here in Belgium, which means the green flag waves for the karts to head out, and we will probably say that everyone should now be on slick tyres. No judgment about that, because it's now, as I said, pretty much dry out there on circuit, so no real risks to be taken by anyone. So then the grid lines up then after the qualifying session yesterday as follows. It will see Jordan Brown-Nutley, the Brit, start from pole position. He's won now pretty much everything he's taken part in so far this year. He'll have Max Timmermans alongside, already a winner so far this morning as well. So both of those up against each other in this race. Row 2 then sees Hans Morin with Noah Rouvers, who was a retirement from his earlier race. Hopefully his problems have now been fixed. Row 3 will then see Baptiste Moulon with Max Pilka. Row 4 lines up with Zumba Kovacs and Christopher Drayspring. Onto row 5 we've got Laurie Lepper and David Remy. He was a storming drive earlier on, was David Remy, so let's see if he can repeat that in this race as well. But of course they were in wet conditions. We now have full dry conditions. Onto row 6 is Felix Vargey and Ida Cohen. Row 7 is going to be Daniel Netagovsky and Zander Prijbalak. Row 8 then sees Hugo Anderson with Ruben Norum Kevikeld. Row 9 is going to be Champion Rudy and Henry Young. And towards the back, row 10 is going to be Valakan Leidy and Olivier Verhelst to round out the 20 starters within this senior category. So some real big names who really impressed in the earlier race. Of course, as I said, Jordan Brown-Nutley was a winner. Max Timmermans was a winner as well. We've got the likes of Ida Cohen, who got himself through the field up inside the top 3 places. So watch out for him from row number 6. But of course, that was the factor of wet conditions. Now as it's dry, it might affect people differently. And again, we could see a few more surprises from what we had this morning. So Ida Cohen, watch out for him though, and David Remy just in front on row number 5. And Felix Vargey, now with dry conditions, may go a little bit better on his home track here in Belgium. Everyone turning their way through the hairpin at turn number 8, working their way steadily now down towards the final couple of corners. It's going to be Jordan Brown-Nutley to determine the start of the race, and if Thomas Liner is all happy with the formation, then the red lights will go out as they'll make the charge down towards the first corner. Again, being slowed even further down towards the penultimate turn. Side by side they'll go, and as we know, through the grid hatchings, as we look there at some of the carters, 247 was the machine of Hugo Anderson, a little bit further back on the grid, but see if he can make some progress through the field. But here we go then for the seniors for this afternoon. 11 laps of racing to look forward to as we come now up towards the start line. Red lights on, ready to go racing for seniors, and we get underway now. Fairly steady at the front there as they pull their way down towards the first turn. Max Timmermans in the wrong position, but he's going to try and go right round the outside line, which he's done. Max Timmermans leads the race at turn number 2. He's got past Jordan Brown-Nutley. Bear in mind he was on the outside line as well, so Max now takes charge of this race ahead of Jordan Brown-Nutley. Third place up there is a fairly good start from, is that Hans Morin in 241? Is that, no, it's 254 by the looks of it, or 284 now. Rouvers I think is up there in third. We've had a little bit of drama down at the hairpin at turn number 5. See if we can work out who that was. I think it's 254, which is Valakan Leidy again in strife at turn number 5, so he will now be recovered and will take no further part within this race. But Max Timmermans leads the way. Brown-Nutley is second. Third place then is Noah Rouvers. Fourth place is going to be the kart of coming through there. Is that 242? I think that may be 242 across the line there, which is going to be Hans Morin. So good start from all the top 4. A little bit of a shuffle up there from where they started on the grid, but they're all there in their respectable places where they pretty much qualified. Fifth place is going to be Max Pilko, who gets a little bit of a tap from behind there as they turn their way on towards the left-hander. In fact, that was Zumba Kovacs who had just gone through. He got a tap there from Max Pilko on the way on the exit of turn 2. So they're now having a little bump and bore change for the lead though. Down the inside line goes Jordan Brown-Nutley. He's got the place change on Max Timmermans. It didn't take long whatsoever, did it? So through now goes the Jordan Brown-Nutley from Britain. Second place for Max Timmermans on his home circuit. Doesn't do him any favours at the minute, does it? Because Jordan Brown-Nutley as quick as ever in these dry conditions as well. Let's see if those behind can work together. Now Rouvers' fellow countryman sits there in third. Fourth place is still that of Hans Morin. Great scrap for fifth as well, now led by Max Pilka once again. Zumba Kovacs sits in sixth place. Laurie Lepper is seventh. Baptiste Moulin is 8th. 9th place is Christopher Drayspring, and 10th place for is that Zander Prijbalak? Yes, it is in 10th. As they cross the line, close as well behind in the fight for 5th and 6th places have just about sorted themselves out as the leaders turn their way on towards the right hander at turn 5. Jordan Brown-Nutley just opening up enough of a gap now. It's up to 0.4 of a second. That's through to second, has gone. Hans Morin, where did he come through to get that done? But Hans Morin has gone through. I reckon that was at turn 1 when I was looking at the fight behind for 5th place. But Hans has gone through. Third now for Noah Roovers, and 4th place for Max Timmerman. So he's really lost out over the last couple of laps as they head their way down towards turn 9 once more in these now completely dry conditions, all on slick tyres as they thread their way through the final couple of corners. There's Max then with his Birol ART kart down the inside line. He tries to go to get past Noah Roovers. Belgium versus Belgium. Who's got the best of the drag in towards the first corner? And Max Timmermans just says, yeah, you have it. I'll follow you for a little while as they turn their way in towards the first corner once more. But it's getting a little bit frustrating now for Max. He wants to find his way through. He knows he's quicker. He has a good turn of speed on the corners. But Noah Roovers just putting up a great defence for the time being. He's going to have to work his way now surely off the back straight and look for a move at turn 6. That's going to be the best place to get the job done. He gets ever closer on the brakes as they head now through the chicane. Quickest lap of the race has just been recorded by Jordan Brown-Nutley, a 56.539 as Max goes down the inside line at turn number 8. He gets through. He says to Noah Roovers, we need to work together. The top two already are 1.2 seconds up the road here. So Hans Morin keeping with Jordan Brown-Nutley, but both of those now are ahead of this group, as I said, by just over a second as they come round to start lap number 5. 4 have been completed as they go through. Max Timmerman's head down, but he's going to be passed or bumped along the start finish line there by Noah Roovers. Gives him a little bit of a helping hand in towards the first turn. Top 4 as you were. For 5th place is still Max Pilka on his own now. 6th place for Baptiste Moulin in the blue and white machine. 7th place for Zumba Kovacs in red and white. 8th place is Christopher Drayspring, last year's man, 6th in the championship. 9th place is Laurie Lepper, and 10th place is Hugo Anderson. Meantime, David Remy has done the quickest lap, but he's dropped down from where he started, hasn't he? He was, where was he on the grid? 10th place. He's now down in 14th. So something has gone wrong with David Remy, but he's just set the quickest lap of anyone on that previous tour of the circuit. So watch out for him to come through, the Swedish racer. As into the last corner goes now our race leader Jordan Brown-Nutley, 0.8 seconds up the road from Hans Morin. Third still Max Timmermans for now, but Noah Roovers trying to help him along once more across the start finish line as they go in towards the first turn. There's a long line of karts behind, isn't it, from 6th on backwards right down to about 12th place I'd say at the minute, between those 6 or 7 karts as they work their way on the exit at the first couple of corners. This is still the fight for third on screen between Max Timmermans and Noah Roovers. Max again every single time gets his head down. Noah was just having a look over his shoulder and seeing what was happening behind, but nothing to worry about for now. It's all kind of sorting itself out, and no worry for Noah in 4th place. He'd like to get past Max Timmermans to be the first of the Belgians home on this occasion. But I think we know who's going to be the first of the actual senior races home in this one, because Jordan Brown-Nutley now leads again with an increased margin over Hans Morin. It's out to 1.1 seconds as we've now completed half race distance. On to lap number 7 we go on this occasion. Still the same leader, Jordan Brown-Nutley. 1.3 seconds to the good now of Hans Morin. Still third for Max Timmermans. 4th place for Noah Roovers. 5th place is Max Pilka. 6th place Baptiste Moulin. 7th for Zumba Kovacs. 8th place moving up that time was Hugo Anderson. 9th place for Ida Cohen. He's made up 3 places on this occasion, and 10th place for Christopher Drayspring. Jordan Brown-Nutley once again the quickest on circuit, 56.059. One of the reasons he's pulled away now from Hans Morin, who is being caught in turn by Max and Noah behind. So 1, 2, 3 together in 2nd, 3rd and 4th places. Jordan Brown-Nutley still on his own out front, and again adding more tenths of a second to the gap over himself and Hans Morin, who is now almost being caught by Max Timmermans as they work their way down towards the final corner. Can any of them go through? Not on this occasion, but Max we know is quick on the start finish line. Let's see if he can pick up a nice turn as all of them go now head down in towards the first corner. Can Max look for an inside line? Nope, he's just going to bear with it for now, but if he wants to catch up with the leader, he needs to think instinctively and go straight away. That's the best plan he needs in this race as he now turns his way through the left-hander at turn number 4. Can he go down the inside at turn 5? Nope. Again, Hans Morin has it covered, but surely Max Timmermans has a better run down the back straight. He'll look at the end of the straight in towards the chicane where Hans Morin goes very defensive. Can Max go flying around the outside line? No, he can't. Again, all of this is just aiding Jordan Brown Nutley to pull away even further at the head of the field. The gap now sits at what was 2.4 seconds. It's going to increase this time surely to 3.1 as Max Timmermans just about scrapes ahead on that occasion past Hans Morin. Can Noah Roovers go through as well? Hans now really starting to struggle with this car as they work their way down towards the final corner. A nice little cutback would be good here for Noah Roovers. On towards the start finish line they go once more, but Max Timmermans, is this game on to try and catch up with Jordan Brown Nutley, or have we now started to run out of time? I think that's going to be the main factor. Time, of course. We're on to lap number 9, which means there's just going to be 2 laps to go. As Hans Morin still keeping at bay Noah Roovers. On towards turn 5 they go. There's the gap though that Noah Roovers needed, and with a little bit of a barge on the exit of the corner, Noah says sorry about that, but I'm through and I'm on my way. So up to 30 goes. Hans Morin to 4th. Max Pilker is still 5th there. 6th place is going to be now Hugo Anderson, so a good few more places taken by that man. Baptiste Moulin is down to 7th. Zumba Kovacs is 8th. David Remy is 9th, and Ida Cohen inside the top 10. Gained 2 positions since the start of the race. I don't think we've lost anyone so far, apart from, yes we have, haven't we, one on the first lap with that kerfuffle at the 5th corner. That was Valikan Lydie, who has not recovered, so he sits on the inside at turn number 5. Meantime, through for the 9th time now has gone Jordan Brown Nutley with 2 to go. Black and white now being shown to Christopher Dryspring, so he's got a warning flag for either contact or using too much of the track, probably for contact to be fair. So the officials just keeping an eye on Christopher Dryspring as Brown Nutley heads off the back straight through turn 6. There's 2nd, 3rd and 4th going through. Still Max Timmermans, Noah Roovers and Hans Morin. Max Pilker is there in 5th. If it stays as it is in the 3rd and final heat for Jordan Brown Nutley, he'll only need he'll need probably still a top 2 finish to be fair, because Max Timmermans has a 1st and a 2nd to his name at the minute. So still lots to play for in the seniors between Jordan Brown Nutley and Max Timmermans, who will go separate in the last 2 heats as well. So the black and white flag being shown to Christopher Dryspring just to make him aware of his warning. Checker flag being prepared though, because Jordan Brown Nutley has now gone on to his last lap here in Belgium. Max is still 2nd, 3rd pretty comfortable is Noah Roovers, 4th is Hans Morin. Not too many changes behind either. I think everyone now set in their ways. The only one that may change is possibly for 10th and 11th, which is Ida Cohen and Christopher Dryspring, but of course with that warning Christopher won't try anything too stupid on this last lap. Here comes Jordan Brown Nutley then through turn 9. Very nice attack on this kart. Every corner is just perfect for Jordan, no mistakes whatsoever. After losing the lead to Max Timmermans on the first lap, he's back out front and he's back to winning ways once more. Jordan Brown Nutley takes victory in the 3rd senior heat today, his 2nd win in his 2nd heat. Through goes for 2nd place Max Timmermans, that's a 1st and 2nd so far from him. 3rd place goes to local lad Noah Roovers in kart 284, and then behind that you've got Hans Morin. Max Pilker in 5th place, Hugo Anderson comes through in 6th, Baptiste Moulin for 7th, Zumba Kovacs, David Remy and Ida Cohen round out your top 10, with in the end there